Is your mid-bunk room not cool enough? Well, watch this video and I'll show you how to make it cooler. And stick to the end and I'll show you exactly what tools and supplies I use to make it happen. That's where the duct is. So we're gonna remove that panel. And just as you see, wires are going down there. So that's kind of what I needed, was an access point. So I can't do what I want because of that framing right there. It's a metal frame all over the place. I could use it there. So I'm gonna take this apart. It's not hard, it's just pretty much taped together, as you can see. And then they got it stapled as well. I just gotta get the staples out. This should work. Voila. I'm gonna duct tape around here. And then I'm gonna put this on the bottom of this. That way it shoots right back through. Okay, so I came up with a plan. I'm gonna drill 4 holes every quarter turn, and then I'm gonna screw a screw right through it, connecting both of them. That way it can hold the weight. And then I'm just gonna rewire the whole thing. So let's get to drilling. I'm gonna drill a 1/16 hole. It's starting to rain, so let's make this quick. Right there. It's starting to rain on me, so we're gonna have to take this inside. Ah. Whew. Rain just came out of nowhere. Unexpected weather. Okay, and we're gonna just work over here. As you see, I screwed the 4 holes, and I'm gonna use these screws. I think they're about 1 inch or 1/2 inch long, good enough to grip and grab. Then we're gonna put this back on, if I'm correct, like that, just like that. And it's in there, it's out of the way, it's unseen. The whole purpose of it is when this is screwed into the ceiling, all of this is going to be basically holding this. So that's the whole purpose of that. Even though it only has 2 screws, I'm going to probably put 2 more, just like that. 4 screws going to hold that weight right there. And when we screw this into the ceiling, this would hold that. And this part, we're going to put here. This would easily just suck in air from the racetrack and blow it out. Let me get my duct tape. Now I don't have the aluminum tape. I thought I did, but I do have duct tape. So I'm gonna just use this. A simple problem that solves every problem. Okay. It's all nice and sealed, and voila. Easy peasy, simple solution. Let's go to the attic and try out our contraption. Let's climb up. For sure. Try. I said try. did the best I can. It's very difficult, but there's a little latch right there that matches on the top of that. Just make sure that they line up, push it in, and then screw this together, and that locks that in. And then you just plug in your outlet. And now I can turn on high or low. Whew, let's go downstairs. Now as you see, it comes out. I can actually feel the air coming out right now. So I'm gonna turn on the air conditioner. I increase the air conditioner to come down lower, and this is supposed to suck air in and blow out a little bit faster. You feel that cold breeze? And then we just put this back on, back in the hole, and then screw this back in the wall, ceiling. And voila, it's still gonna turn to where you want it. Now, in these mid-bunk models, they're shorter because they have a loft above them. And the loft also has a duct system for it to help keep the loft cool as well. Well, the mid-bunk only has one vent. In the living room, you have like 4 ducts. You got 2 return airs, and you got 4 of these vents that's blowing out cool air. So in the living room, it's basically nice and cool. But in the loft, you only got 1. In the bathroom, you only got 1. And in the bedroom, you might have 2 or 3, but you still have return duct systems that help with the second AC that's over the bedroom. And in this model, both of the ACs work together through the racetrack system, but because the mid-bunk is the lowest point of it, it has a duct that has a longer way to travel to send air down here. By the time the air reaches here, it's not cool enough. And you got this door closed. This bedroom is pretty hot. Now, I didn't use temperatures to prove this fact, but I know it is because we've been in here, but we always keep the door open to help the air come in and out. So we're like, how can we solve this problem? So I end up looking into some stuff online, and I end up finding out this duct fan that you can plug into your duct vent and help blow out more cool air. Plus, it can also help in the winter time as well, because our AC unit also is a heat pump. So that means that when the heat pump is on and it's blowing hot air, this would help suck out all the hot air as well and help circulate this. And when we have the furnace on that comes out of the ground, the AC also puts this fan that helps circulate all the hot air. So this room is great and all, but because of the loft above it, and because it has to come from such a high source to come to a lower source, probably a 4-foot drop before it comes into this room. So there's a lot of air that gets lost in there. And because it's the least point of view, this air doesn't come here that fast. It goes everywhere else, and the last of it that's left over comes out of here. That's access to the wires over there, but I guess we didn't need that. I thought we could have used it. It's just coming straight here to get plugged in. Put the controls here, which turns it off. And while it's off, air can still come through, but it's not as much air as you would assume it would be. Now, everything I used is pretty much simple. I use drill bits to drill the holes in the fan and in the duct work as well. That way it can actually, so I can screw it in the ceiling a little bit better. I use duct tape. You can use aluminum tape as well. If you have any of these tie bands, you can also use this as well, but I don't have a 4-inch band. This is a 6-inch band. But if you have one of these, a 4-inch band, that can also help grip and everything as well. I also use the AC Infinity Rosdial S4 inline booster duct fan, 4-inch with speed control. It's an inline HVAC blower that can fan any room that is necessary needed with ductwork that get least amount of air. So even if you don't have a mid-bunk model, if you have your basement or your attic or any place that you want to increase your airflow to help keep cooler, you can actually use this thing. And they also have different models as well. So we're gonna definitely give this a try, but this is what I think would help work best. So far, it's working very well, and I think it makes great sense to help a fan help boost the airflow in that room. So thank you for joining us. If you haven't yet, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell. Like this video, And keep following us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and don't forget to become our Patreon as well, where just $1 a month can help us make more videos like this. And when we have more videos like this, we'll post it. Until next time, keep proceeding onward in your adventures. Bye.